1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Going to begin the show in just a second here. It is Sound Bites. This is Kell right here, my wife. And we're going to talk about a lot of food news, some just current stuff that I think you'll enjoy because we both are kind of foodies, right? I guess we're kind of foodies. Yeah, pretty much so.
Well, if you can see me, you can tell I like to eat. So
You got to look a little closer.
okay.
There you go. Is that better?
Yes.
Thank you so much. Okay. So we've already got some people joining. We're going to begin in just a second here. Oh, look at the emojis already coming. Love it, love it, love it. All right. So, kill this right here. And when I tell you... Start the time.
Phlegm.
Okay. You're a goob. Here we go. Ready? All right, we're going to begin the show in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Soundbites. My name is Rob Carson. This is a show about food. It's about food, and we've got dogs in the background. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the show. Now tonight we're doing things just a little bit differently. I've got my wife with me on the show. For those of you who are just tuning in for the very first time, my name is Rob Carson. I'm a talk show host. I'm a kind of a foodie, I guess, for lack of a better expression, and got a bunch of cooking videos on the web and whatnot. But it's just something I'm kind of end of. We're having some technical difficulties to start off the show. So,
Well, it's hot here.
it is hot here. We got the fan going, and I hope you can't hear it too much in the... Can you hear that?
I mean,
you can hear it, but I can't hear it here. All right, let's move on. So what we're going to do here in the next hour or so is my wife and I are going to talk about food. You don't know about anything that I want to talk about tonight.
No, I do not.
Okay, you're just here to react and whatnot. Okay?
Yes.
And react. All right, so I'm going to start with just a sad note real quick here. There was a fire in Versailles, Kentucky. A Jim Beam warehouse. 54,000 barrels of bourbon?
Yeah, but they have like 3.3 million barrels. So it's a blip. They were like, "Oh, it's no worries. No worries."
Well, they got insurance.
No worries.
They got insurance.
No, but also they have like 3.3 million barrels left.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, so
Well, the thing about this...
I'm sure it smelled good.
Well, no, I don't think it probably would have because this is relatively young
yeah,
whiskey.
it was
It's
young.
mash.
Yeah.
It's mash, so it smells like vomit.
Oh, okay, no.
Okay, so apparently...
Vomit on fire. Blech.
Yeah, vomit on fire. Given the age of the lost whiskey, the fire will not impact the availability to provide people with Jim Beam. Although I have not been able to drink Jim Beam since my freshman year in college because the smell of it makes me want to throw up. So
That's
not
unfortunate.
Good. Yeah, it is. I said I'm not a big fan.
I was
I'm
a
a Jack
KA
guy.
little sister, and we did Jack Daniels, which is very similar to Jim Beam. So
Yeah, but Jack Daniels is much better. Hey, look who's joining us tonight. For those of you who are watching on Facebook, Diane Acton Anderson. Hello. Dave Alpert, Jack Cohen.
Diana.
Hello. We got to get together and hang out, everybody. So here's the thing. The warehouse is about the same size as a football field, rising 6 or 7 stories high. To prevent the bourbon from polluting nearby sources of drinking water, which the residents were hoping it would, a local business is bringing sand to control the runoff. So that's it. Now, there is a local distillery. We live in the Kansas City area. And Melinda Jacobs is joining us from Minneapolis. Hey,
Hi, Melinda.
Melly, we've been thinking about you. Just want you to know we've been thinking and praying for you and your family. Anyway, it's McCormick, and McCormick does like these crazy schnapps. It's normally just considered crap stuff, but they're making bourbon again, and they were famous for bourbons in the 1860s, and they've got a giant warehouse just like this in the Kansas City area, and they have started.
Oh, you went there, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. And so the bourbon is going to be ready in about, I guess, 6 years. So hang out and wait
I'll
for it.
still be around.
Yes. Hopefully I will too. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Anyway, by the way, we're drinking cheap Chardonnay. So if you are drinking cheap Chardonnay,
cheers to the recession wine.
Cheers. There you go. We drink Franzia out of a box. And Kell, you must admit this is a very good week.
It is a good week.
This is literally, I think it's actually
a good day. I'm not sure.
The third week in June, I think, is when this wine was decanted into a plastic bag in a box.
Yep.
But the thing about this, now listen to this, guys. The thing about this is that in a plastic bag, you may be surprised it's actually not a bad way to keep your wine because it keeps the air off of it. And a lot of people are saying that not only, we always think that cork means more, right?
Oh, no. Yeah, I was really upset when they stopped doing the corks, but now I'm a fan of the twist off.
Yeah.
Hey,
is that what it sounds like?
Well,
is that
no,
what it sounds like? No, that's
I'm,
something completely different, I think. I don't even know what that is.
Know.
I don't even want to know.
I'm not sure what that was all about.
But anyway. The screw top is actually a pretty good way to store your wine, and you think about it, the bag of wine is actually the best way to protect the wine. It keeps the oxygen off of it. It's like putting plastic wrap on your guacamole. Keeps the oxygen off. It keeps the oxidation from happening. John Stevens says, check your ID. Check your ID at Kell because he thinks you look under 21. Well, look at that.
John, stop it.
John, do I know you? You hitting on my girl here? What's the deal, man? What are you trying to do? All right, so here's something I'm going to sip with my Chardonnay. This is kind of interesting, and Kell, you'll love this.
Can I tell you something really funny?
Okay.
Okay, so I follow this kid on Facebook, and it's called I've Pet That Dog, and he friended this little basset hound who eats everything.
Okay.
And they were on a walk, and he ate this apple, and then he came home and he passed out for 4 hours.
What?
Well, they took him to the vet, and the apple was laced with marijuana. I guess that people were using it as a bong.
They were using the
apple as a bong.
This is funny.
And the dog was stoned.
So they hollowed out the apple to make it into a bong like you do with a beer can.
I was just thinking about that.
That's
funny. It had nothing to do with anything, but I thought it was hilarious.
Really? You sure you didn't do anything before I got home?
No. Okay, go ahead.
All right.
With your story.
Sure you didn't have an edible? Hi, Margie Cangelosi and Kay Miska watching in Minneapolis, and Robert McPherson. How you doing, Robert? I'm going to get to reading your book. He's written a book. It's a great book. Greg Wansnyder as well. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, Rob.
So,
Rob McPherson.
Yeah, Rob McPherson.
Gosh.
He's watching.
Okay.
He's got a new book out. It's
oh yeah.
It's his life experience. I'm gonna get to it. I'm very busy. So February the 7th, researchers at Tecnológico de Monterrey and the University of Arizona found the best thing that you can do at the start of a meal to prevent you from really making bad food choices. And you're gonna love this. You ready for this? Eat a high-calorie dessert. This is perfect for you. This is perfect for you.
Okay, well, that would make sense because then you don't want to eat.
This is funny.
Then you'll be hungry like 2 hours later.
No, that's with Chinese food. That's Chinese food.
Well, that's 10
They
minutes
say
later.
a high-calorie dessert at the start of a meal led people to make better food choices for their main course. Okay? Ideas the people who chose fruit and dessert felt like they made a good choice, thus deserving a higher calorie food, then ended up consuming more calories. When you eat a high-calorie food to start, then consequently the rest is,
I'm
history.
not sure. I don't know.
You like dessert. You're a dessert.
I love dessert.
Can I ask you this just real quick? What is it? A woman? Is it a girl thing? The dessert? Because I don't care about dessert.
I mean, Mike, our friend Mike.
Our friend Mike.
Our friend Mike.
Mike.
Our friend Mike Madison loves dessert.
Mike, yes. I'm not a big fan of it. By the way, Greg Wansnyder, Rob, your blind friend from Wisconsin is watching. Hello, my friend. How are you? When are you going to be on TMJ next? I don't know, dude. But you know what? You are out of sight. Okay, it was a bad joke. I always do that with my blind friends. Out of sight. Greg, I know you. Hey, man, I don't know. They haven't contacted me. Karen is joining me from Southwest Iowa, and Veronica. Hello. So you would eat dessert first.
I mean, I can see where that would be.
Well, you're kind of sated as far as the fat is concerned and the flavor is concerned to some degree.
Also, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think it's a good idea, really. When I go out to eat, though, I don't watch my calories. And I hate this new thing with all the calories on the menu. Because
You're not stupid.
We rarely go out to eat.
Yes. And you're not stupid. And you know it's going to be fatty and you know it's going to have more calories.
And I don't like it like...
Is this your first time using a microphone? Do you even know how to use a microphone? You need to get a little closer. Bring your chair down just a skosh.
Okay.
Bring your chair down just a skosh. Get closer to the mic.
I'm gonna probably do this. I'm probably just gonna fall
all the way down to the floor.
All the way down.
Not too low. Not too low.
I don't know where the
and
button is.
Just get closer to the mic.
Okay.
Just get closer
all
to the
right.
mic. So, would you stay in a resort that is Taco Bell themed?
Hell no.
Why not? Are you out of your mind?
I like Taco Bell, but no.
What?
No.
I'm looking at the camera. I'm talking to my Spoonie.com Spoonie radio listeners, and I'm going, did I just hear that? Who would not want to stay at a Taco Bell restaurant or a Taco Bell hotel? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
I don't think I'm kidding you.
Okay.
I said no.
Well,
like
there's
5
a
times.
Taco Bell pop-up hotel, Palm Springs, California, sold out in 2 minutes. In 2 minutes. Happened last weekend.
Pot legal there?
That's what I'm saying. It's in California. I was saying the people who want to go there, they might be stoned. I'm thinking maybe they might bring their own.
I mean, that's probably really the only reason I ever go to Taco Bell. If I've been drinking or the other. Which
Taco
I haven't.
Bell, when we first started dating.
You were the Taco Bell.
Well, hell yeah. Because Taco Bell is a gift from God. It's awesome. Taco Bell is awesome.
It is good, but there are so many things that are better.
Taco Bell Global Chief Brand Officer Marisa Tallberg said that Taco Bell fans are truly one of a kind. Today was the best expressions of the fandom yet because they sold out this hotel. The Bell, a Taco Bell resort and hotel, officially sold out in 2 minutes. We would like to extend a big thank you for those who have come along on this journey with us. And even though the Bell is sold out, we'll have more to share on exclusive merchandise, food, and more in the coming weeks. So those unable to score a room can still experience the fun from home.
Score a room.
Yeah. Or score in a room, which is completely different.
I just think, I don't know. I just think it's. Do you have any pictures of this?
Let me see if I do. Let me check real quick on the. Hold on.
You need to
For those of you who are watching.
Right there, the Chrome.
Yes, I know. I can't just load stuff. I've got to be able to have it in my program. What it is basically is Taco Bell themed rooms. Okay, so instead of shams on pillows, it has Taco Bell sauce packets. It makes them look like sauce packets, things like that. Could you do me a favor? Can you go turn the fan off? Because it's coming through on your microphone and it doesn't sound very good. I apologize. We're in a room with 4 very big lights in it, and it is warm in here because this is my home studio. That's much better. No, don't shut the door. Don't shut the door. Brian Crane has joined us. Spencer Johannesman, hello. I know your mom. Went to college with her. She was nothing. She was very studious. Tracy Ellman has also joined us as well.
I'm trying to get closer.
That's okay. Please do. Anyway, so the Taco Bell Hotel, 70 rooms available, and started at $169 a night, which would be enough for you and a busload of Taco Bell fans at the drive-thru. Yeah. Entertainment will include Feed the Beast. No, I'm just finished.
I know, but
my
it's
show. My show.
I'm going to be your producer. Enough of the
All
Taco
right, no
Bell.
more Taco Bell. Let's move on.
Yeah, throw that away.
So we were just watching Whose Line It Is Anyway, and Drew Carey. We're watching the best of because my daughter's addicted to the
funny.
show. It is Whose Line It Is Anyway is absolutely just brilliant. Drew Carey apparently stopped by a Hell's Kitchen restaurant in New York, K. Rico Steakhouse. The person who waited on him was left speechless because his $200 check got a $500 tip. Okay,
No,
so a $250 gratuity. Now, this is nice, but here's the deal. If I was worth as much as Drew Carey, I'd do this every meal. I'm serious. If you're worth $100 million, and
How
you
do you
go to
know
a
he has
restaurant,
$100 million?
do you want me to Google Drew Carey's
You
worth?
can't even get the Taco Bell hotel online.
Okay, hold on. Let me look it up here. Drew Carey.
You said you have very.
Yeah, okay. Drew Carrie net worth. If I was $100 millionaire, whatever the hell, he's $165 million. All right. I would do this every frickin' meal. I would do this every meal. If I was out eating you could make somebody's day by giving the tip of a lifetime.
How do you know he doesn't?
I'm just saying this is nice. This is nice.
How
Don't
do you
get
know
me wrong.
he doesn't?
Because this is in the news, and every time he eats at a restaurant, he doesn't make headlines.
Maybe this person has a big mouth, and they can't just keep it in their wraps.
I think what happened was they got to the tip, or got to the tab, and Drew had to guess what the price of the tab would be, and if he was within $5, he'd get the meal for free. It's a Price is Right joke. He hosts the Price is Right. I don't know if you knew this.
I know that.
Do you know that? Okay, all right.
Do I knew that?
Did you know that? Okay. Okay. Really?
I know.
Really going to be smart ass? Is that what you're going to do?
Well, that's just my job.
I know. One more Taco Bell note.
No.
Yes, one more. Taco Bell is officially one of the healthiest fast food chains in America. There you go. Another reason to love Taco Bell.
I thought Arby's was.
Arby's, we have the meats, is one of the healthy. Are you out of your mind?
Just their roast beef sandwich is supposed to be one of the healthiest. Just like roast beef with nothing on it.
Yeah, that's great. That's one menu item on Arby's menu that includes all sorts of stuff that is really, really bad for you. And by the way, God bless Arby's. I think they're fantastic.
I love Arby's.
Arby's is great. Did you see that? Did I show you the video of where they made carrots out of turkey? They made vegetables out of meat. I thought that was hilarious. It went viral.
No,
It got seen by millions and millions of people. Arby's used to love the market fresh sandwiches.
Doing Krispy Kreme.
I'm going to do Krispy Kreme in a few
I
minutes.
hate Krispy Kreme.
Why do you hate
I'm not a
Krispy
donut person.
Kreme?
I'm not a donut person.
Well, I'm not a big donut person either, but it's huge. Can I do this story first? God, are we so sounding married? We are so sounding married.
We are.
Dear God in heaven.
21 years.
I swear to God in heaven. Gordon Ramsay is about to expand his food empire. $100 million. There's a investment firm going to invest $100 million. He's going to open apparently 100 new restaurants in the USA. Have not been able to go to a Gordon Ramsay restaurant. Can't imagine the kitchen staff's too happy, though.
They're like, how are we going to have our jobs today?
Yeah,
we don't know. I'm not sure. He's going to throw something.
Here's the thing. Pat Langen from my hometown. Pat, thanks for joining the show tonight.
Oh, is that what was your good friend? Last name Langen.
Jim Langen was
Jim
my
Langen.
best buddy who I haven't talked to in 25 years. Call me, Jim. What the hell's your problem? I think maybe I'm his problem. Lion owns 50% of Gordon Ramsay North America. Ramsay remains the owner of 50% of the company. So he's doing really well. Gordon Ramsay is he probably tips people $500 when he goes out.
I'm sure he's a really nice guy. I'm sure it's just
you know what I like. You know what I like about Gordon Ramsay? He's no bullshit kind of thing. And one of the things he does, listen to this, you may not know this. When he flies first class, his kids sit and coach. He says because he had to earn that. He said I had to earn it. I'm not raising snowflakes. They are not just going to get first class because dad is wealthy. So the kids ride and coach.
Well, how old are they? Hopefully they're older because, you don't want all these kids flying around and
I don't know how
kicking
they
your
are.
seats and
Yes, exactly.
Like pulling your hair and stuff.
I don't think they're that young. I don't think I think they're teenagers.
I guess the wife gets to sit back there with them as well because she hasn't deserved first class yet either.
She sits up front. She sits up front.
She walked 10 paces behind him as well.
Yes. Now, let me ask you this. Because there's a fine line between food mania and reality. Meaning that, like, for instance, the bacon craze. The bacon thing went crazy. Everybody wanted bacon. Bacon, 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 bacon's this, bacon's that, bacon's all that. A little bit of overkill on the bacon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, especially since I probably eat maybe 5 slices of bacon a year.
A year, exactly. But the world went bacon crazy, pork belly. Also, when you go to the higher end restaurants, it's called lardo. They call it lardo. Okay? So we all went a little bit crazy on bacon. Bacon, by the way, the pork belly, which is inside of the spare rib, was the cheapest cut. I mean, he used to throw it away because it's mostly fat, very little marbling, mostly fat. Okay. Like most middle-aged men, their bellies. But they make bacon out of it, and they smoke it, and they cure it, and all this. So people got a little bit bacon crazy. Now, can the same be said about Krispy Kreme? Or can the same be said? Do you think that Krispy Kreme donuts are the best, or is it just that you can get fresh hot donuts right off the fryer, simple donuts that are glazed, thrown in a box, and take them home when they're warm?
So I'm gonna argue that locally there's a better donut.
Lamar's. Oh my God in heaven, Lamar's.
However, still I'm not a big donut person, but Lamar's will win out every time over Krispy Kreme.
Yeah, Lamar's is really good. It's a local place, been open for like 50 plus years, and it's terrific. You know, a lot of places have great local donut places. Remember we were in Maryland and they had that, what was it called? Purple something or other. It was weird donut place. You get all these toppings on it. And you got it in Ocean City. What was that called? But there were these, donuts. My half-sis is watching. Hello, Patty. My half-sis watching in Iowa. Donuts. Some people just got to have donuts. Maybe it's because they're in law enforcement. This little donut joke. Anyway, but some people just love to have donuts. I don't need donuts in the morning. I can walk all day long. I can walk past a box of donuts. Today, I walked past Lamar's Donuts.
I'll tell you, here's the thing about donuts and me. Okay, I do like donuts. My body does not like donuts. However, I will, if not at the very beginning, but if no one has eaten it, I will do the powdered sugar.
Okay.
Or a Bismarck.
Ooh, stuffed with what?
It's like
custard or cream?
It's custard.
Oh, really? Wow.
Custard.
You know,
so I will do a Bismarck or an eclair, but there are never eclairs at our work.
21 years of marriage, and you just never stop discovering. Wow. For our next anniversary, I'm going to get you a Bismarck stuffed with custard.
Oh, my gosh. You are my dream man.
I know. So here's where Krispy Kreme is launching delivery. Is this is a good idea? D.C. area, where we moved from, Delaware, Georgia, Kansas. We live in Kansas. I'm not going to get donuts delivered because I don't care about them. Maryland,
there's
Michigan.
a Krispy Kreme down the street.
Actually,
there's a Lamar's down the street.
Well, there's two Lamar's down the street.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we don't need Krispy Kreme.
Virginia, a bunch of places. Anyway, you can get, got to be a minimum $7.99 an order, and you ordered it. I just, if donuts, like I say, one of my mantras is if dessert were made of meat, I would eat dessert because I like meat.
Yeah, you are not a big dessert person.
And this is the thing full disclosure here. What do you consider a little tub of Ben & Jerry's? What do you consider a little tub of Ben & Jerry's? What is it? It's a serving, right?
The whole thing.
Yes. The little tub of Ben & Jerry's.
It's not a serving.
It is a serving.
It's not a serving, though.
But you call it a serving.
I call it a serving because how many times a year do I get it?
You never get it.
So
when
I do,
you
I'm
eat
going to
the whole damn thing.
And they don't have wavy gravy anymore.
That is one of the saddest things ever. Wavy gravy was.
It's
for those
travesty.
of you millennials who don't know wavy gravy, you don't know what you missed.
Oh my gosh!
It was creamy and caramely and chocolatey and peanutty and it was just
And you know what?
So good.
For years I thought that sounded horrible, and I never ate it until I'm like, okay.
I know.
And then I ate it, and oh my gosh! And then stopped making it.
I know.
It's like your favorite lipstick. I have this favorite lipstick, and I'm out of it, and I cannot find it anywhere.
What is that? Where's it? Because you're just completely speaking a different language to me because I'm a guy.
All the women watching understand,
okay,
and maybe some men. Okay. I'm not sure.
Stop it. Go ahead.
Anyway,
where do you get it?
You get a product that you love, and then they stop making it. Why do they do that?
Yeah, because I don't know. They got to change things up. But wavy gravy, for those of you who don't know, it's spectacular. And
it doesn't matter because it's not there anymore.
Ben & Jerry's has never been the same ever since they got rid of wavy gravy. So you can't mess with my computer, okay? because I'm going to getting ready to go to a break here.
Oh, okay.
Right? Okay, so here's what's going on. This is Sound Bites on Foodie Radio, Foodie.com, also on Facebook at Rob Carson. We've got a lot of stuff we're going to share here very shortly on the show, including we were just talking about the little pints of ice cream from Ben & Jerry's. Now they're doing this. Would you eat an entire one of those filled with cookie dough? Could you handle it? Could you eat cookie dough, Nestle Toll House cookie dough? Could you eat a small bowl of Nestle Toll House cookie dough? It's just the hottest.
No.
No. Would you eat Hidden Valley Ranch Pop-Tarts?
Hell no.
Did you know that one barbecue causes as much population as a 90-mile car journey? Did you know that?
What?
I know.
I don't understand what you just said.
I'll just say. Your carbon footprint grows when you barbecue. I am Rob Carson.
Yeah, it's bad for you. Carcinogenic.
Yes. You are watching and listening to Sound Bites on Foodie Radio. Back in a few.
Woohoo!
All right, guys, so what we're doing here is we're taking a break. Kell's going to go refresh our cheap wine, and we're going to begin the second half of the broadcast. Thank you so much for watching tonight, guys. Are you having fun? Hey, listen, if you have some questions about, I don't know everything about cooking, but certainly I know a lot about barbecue. If you have questions about barbecue, I'm very good about it, about smoking meats and whatnot. I would love to hear your thoughts. Hello, Matthew. Thanks for joining. Hello, Deb. All you guys joining me tonight, particularly about barbecue. If you're grilling tomorrow, if you are smoking meats tomorrow, feel free to ask me because I'm very, 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 very conversant in it, okay? And thanks for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. We really do appreciate it. So we're going to begin the second half of the broadcast in just a couple seconds here. And again, we're going to have some food news, and if you have questions, I'm asking you. If you're planning on barbecuing tomorrow, if you are planning on smoking meat tomorrow, I would love to hear your thoughts. Hello, Matthew. Oh, this is good. We got some great stuff. And listen, we have some other topics that I think will be really funny. And feel free as we go along to chime in and give us your thoughts. And if you would do me a favor, could you share on social media? Share with your friends and whatnot, family members, whatever. Because I'm going to tell you, I do two podcasts. One of them is about food. One of them is about politics. And the food politics is really rocking. Hey, Dave Alpert. Thanks for watching, brother. Have a happy 4th. Appreciate it. If you guys want to talk about food, you won't stick around here because we have a lot of stuff we're going to get to in the second half of the show. Oh, we got to talk about that. Come in. Here we go. All right, we're getting the second half of the show here in just a second. All right, the show begins in 3, 2, 1. All right, welcome back to second half of Sound Bites. My name is Rob Carson.
My name is Kelly McConnell.
Yes, she has a different name than me. It's weird. We are married. She kept her name. I should have taken your name because your name's cooler than mine. I won't get into my real name, Schwarzenegger. Anyway, welcome back to the show. We have much to get to on the show. Anyway, we're hanging out tonight, and we're recording the show at night. I'll just be honest. We are broadcasting live on Facebook. We are also on Spoonie Radio, Spoonie.com. Spoonie.com. Will you follow Spoonie.com? Will you watch Spoonie.com? There's a lot of great shows on there that are related to food. And, we can disagree on politics. We won't disagree on ribs. Unless you're a vegan. And if that's the case, say it with me, Kell. You have an eating disorder. Yeah.
The best chocolate chip cookies I've ever had were vegan. I just want to say.
Well, you know what? Vegan cookies every once in a while is great. If you live the vegan lifestyle, and it's not doctor ordered. The doctor says if you don't eat vegan, you're going to die. You have an eating disorder. Now,
I think it's challenging, and it's not cheap.
It's awful is what it is.
Because eating vegan it's not cheap, and it's very challenging.
And it's pointless.
Well, our son was a vegan for a while.
Oh, dear God.
And you had fun cooking for him. I remember you did not complain. You had fun.
I think I'd just have my son get. I think I'd just rather have my son get high every day than be a vegan. Yeah, I don't know. This veganism is just terrible. I hate it. Veganism. Here's the thing about veganism.
And let me know. I'm going to interject.
Yes, please.
A lot of vegans are unhealthy.
Yes.
Because it is expensive to eat vegan, have a vegan lifestyle, be healthy is very expensive.
Yes. Yes.
And you have to plan out your meal. It's like being what's the
obsessive compulsive disorder.
What's the Kaleo or Haleo or whatever diet?
Well, there's the
diet where you can't
paleo.
That is expensive, and you have to plan out your meals. It's not like you can just.
Here's the thing, and Kell, this is interesting because you and I we've been through some stupid diets. Remember in the 90s, we did the frickin' cabbage soup diet, and the reason why people thought, oh, my God, amazing, amazing. If we eat the same thing as a prisoner of war, we're going to lose weight. Can you imagine? Can you imagine boiled cabbage and eating the broth?
It wasn't fun to live with this one, let me tell you.
Well, there were...
Oh, my gosh.
Shut you really... You just hated those Dutch ovens at night. So, terrible diet. Terrible. And then they did the caveman diet. And then they did whatever.
I don't know the caveman diet.
It's all meat. It's all meat and no bread. And carbs aren't evil. And rice is not evil. There are half a billion Chinese people who are not overweight.
I live on carbs. That's my best friend.
Yes. So for those who are watching, tell everyone about the glass you are drinking your cheap Chardonnay from.
Oh, so Game of Thrones.
Yes.
This is a replica of the glass that Cersei drank out of. I found it in England, hand blown. And
what's it called? It's a Cersei.
No, it's just a wine goblet.
The Cersei wine goblet.
No, there's no name for it, but
she gets so upset because
Game of Thrones. Oh my gosh, I'm so sad that's over.
Do not put this in the dishwasher. She's like, if you put this in I'll kill you. She literally is like, I'll kill you.
Well, I got 2 of them.
Not even good.
I got 2 of them because
not even good.
It's dropping McDropperson over here.
Dropping McDrop. Yes, I do drop wine glasses. That's why I drink out of a plastic cup. Joanne from Maryland. Ding, ding, ding. Hello, how are you?
Joanne, oh my gosh. She goes on some good trips. I voyeur her on Facebook.
Do you? All right, cool, cool. Phil is joining us. Greg Hudson. Hello. Boiled cabbage and pineapple gives you Hawaiian music. What the hell is that? Tiny bubbles in the wine. Okay.
We're going down a bad.
Yeah, pretty much. Just going way down.
No, this is not a good thing.
I don't think this is a good thing. God dang it. We always overcorrect. We always go over the board. The overboard. Speaking of overboard, I had an author on my show a couple weeks ago, and she recreated some of the menu items on the Titanic. Okay, and I made the salmon mousse that they served, and it was simple. It didn't have a lot of
your
spice
salmon mousse
and whatever.
is better.
I know it is. But it was a simpler time. You did Joanne's from North Carolina. Oh, I got the wrong person. I'm sorry. I confused it with someone else. I apologize for that, Joanne. We have another friend, Joanne, who has almost the same name. Really weird. Anyway, things were simple. Now we need things like that are super spicy, and everything's got to be flaming hot, and everything's got to be whatever, because we are so overwhelmed with flavor, and you've got to go to the next high, right? When it comes to food, we've got to go to the next high. We've got to take it to the next level. We've got to cook with liquid nitrogen. We've got to add whatever. We've got to set stuff on fire. It's crazy. Things were simpler when the Titanic sailed.
But I will tell you that the recipe for the salmon mousse that you made that was on the Titanic had a lot more ingredients than what you use.
Okay. I make a killer salmon mousse. This salmon mousse was not that great. But here's the thing. There's a reason why we in this country are really fat. It's because we go crazy. We go crazy on stuff. We go crazy on bacon. Did you realize that KFC...
Actually, bacon is not the reason why people are fat. We drink an enormous amount of sodas.
Yeah, that's true.
Which horrible. We eat all this processed food.
You got me off Diet Coke, by the way.
Yeah, that's
you got
horrible.
me off. She got me off of Diet Coke, guys. I used to drink Diet Coke all freaking day.
It's horrible.
I can't remember the last time I had a Diet Coke. Here's why it is so good to get the hell off of Diet Coke.
Not just Diet Coke, just sodas in general.
No.
But
diet causes your pancreas to say, "Wow, this is super sweet, sweeter than regular soda," and you get fatter drinking diet beverages. You do. But back to this, we always kind of overdo things. Thomas Rudis, hello, joining me from Baltimore, former restaurateur. Glad to have you joining me. Complete opposite of me politically. That's okay. I'm watching it over here. But here's the they're doing. Can we just remember when you were a kid? How was your mother? Was your mother stingy when it came to licking the beaters off of the cookie or the spatula? My mother was so gosh darn stingy. I mean, she cleaned that damn bowl up. We never got any cookie dough.
No, we get to eat the beater or lick the beaters, and yeah. Yum.
I'm kind of getting aroused here.
But you know what?
What? How did you lick the beaters? Were they covered with cookie dough? I'm just joking. But my mom would never she would clean them off. There was very little left.
Your situation and my situation were different.
My kids are different. I would leave stuff in the bowl. It's cool. Go. Enjoy. Go ahead.
No, but this is stupid.
So
sorry, I'm not eating the mic.
Nestle Toll House is doing safe to eat cookie dough in a 15-ounce container. I don't think this is good.
Okay, you know what? Eggs are pasteurized. It is safe to eat cookie dough.
I know that. So they've come up with a bunch of different flavors: chocolate chip and peanut butter monster, consisting of oats and candy gems, whatever the hell that is. 15-ounce container, $4.97. So edible cookie dough in pints. No, let it be cookies. I'm not going to go. This is killing cookies.
Shit.
This is killing
It
cookies
is
before
pure
they're baked.
Shit. Let me just say.
Wow, look at you.
Hey, we're on cable.
We could say anything on here.
I have not cussed yet. This was the first thing I said.
Yeah. I don't know. Cookie dough is not meant to eat wholesale. It's not a good analogy.
It's like a treat.
It's like eating bread dough before you put the bread in the oven.
You nab a little ball of, of the cookie dough.
You don't eat a whole container of it.
You nab a little, but you don't freaking take your wooden spoon and go in.
No. Ooh. Coming up in a few. I've got something kind of funny. What percentage of women, and you haven't dated in a while, thank God.
But you know.
Shut up. But you haven't dated in a while. And what percentage of women will actually go out on a date with somebody just for the free meal? It's called foodie calls. Instead of booty calls, it's called foodie calls. I'm going to share that.
I'm going to say it's probably a nice percent.
I think you're going to be blown away. I want to talk about this glorious product, Dots Pretzels. Okay. Now, we haven't talked. I've been talking about Dots Pretzels forever, Kell. Tell me about Dots Pretzels. From someone who you work at a retailer for Dots Pretzels. Tell me what makes Dots Pretzels so effing amazing.
Seasoning.
I know.
The seasoning is like...
What is it? Describe it.
Well, it makes my mouth water right now. I'm just like... It's tangy.
It's
tangy. It's garlicky.
Oniony. Buttery.
I don't know if... onion, maybe, no.
Buttery.
Yeah, buttery.
Oh, my God.
Garlicky. It is so good. And then...
Oh, my God.
I guess they came out... I haven't seen the candy bars yet.
Yeah, they're doing chocolate.
Yeah.
But let's talk about Dots Pretzels.
Okay.
Dots Pretzels were originally made in North Dakota from a pretzel by a woman, or a recipe by a woman named Dot, of all things. And they started making them at this factory in North Dakota. Then they opened a factory near us in Lenexa, Kansas. Mm-hmm. Holy hell.
Yep.
Then they opened a factory in Arizona. These are the best gosh darn pretzels. I tell you what, guys. Oh, my Lord in heaven. When you bring them home, how do the kids react?
Well, I bought a bag the other day, and I don't know what happened to it.
Really? Where did it go?
I don't know.
Are you kidding me?
I bought it, and then because when we went down to visit my mom, I'm not sure where it went. It disappeared.
Well, I wanted to know where it was, too. It just disappeared. Why?
Yeah.
Because these are actually pretzels. And by the way, Tammy says that you can get them at Menards for $4.99 a bag. You can get them.
So what is it? The 1 pound or the 2 pound or the little baby?
It's going to be the middle. It's going to be the middle.
The 1 pound?
Yeah.
Tammy, can you expound on that? Thank you.
They're glorious. Here's the thing, guys. If you can't get them at a store near you, go to Dots Pretzels, DOTSpretzels.com, and order these. Order a bunch of them, get them delivered. It will ruin you for pretzels.
So they have them at Ace, at Westlake.
Hardware, Hy-Vee,
Hen
House. It's expanding dramatically and exponentially, and they're glorious, right? Oh, my gosh. So they are Dots Pretzels, DOTSpretzels.com.
Yeah.
Order them online if you can't get them, okay? Are we cool?
I'm just 1 pound bag, $4.99. Wow.
Tammy, come on.
Menards, okay.
Going to Menards, baby. Menards.
That's good because they're $7.99 1 pound bag at Ace.
All right, so what percentage of women go on dates just for the free meal? Okay, just for the free meal. This is researchers at Azusa Pacific University of California, said that 23 to 33% of women surveyed have foodie called. They've gone on a date just for the free meal. So the guy's like, hey, I'm going to take you to a great restaurant. Yeah, what does the guy want? It's not great conversation. He's looking for the dessert. But 23 to 33%. Why not? If the guy's going to do it, why not go out on a free meal? Woman does not have to put out for a free meal.
I get that.
A woman does not have to put out for a free meal.
A woman doesn't have to put out for anything unless she wants to put out.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I'm with you.
Hello.
But if you were single and you were dating, obviously you wouldn't go out with somebody who's a complete troll, a complete toad.
I would not go out with somebody just for a free meal. No, I wouldn't.
What if the guy was fairly attractive and said, we're going to Ruth's Chris, no holds barred, anything you want. And I don't expect sex out of it.
Well, that's not true. But,
duh.
But I mean, if I just met him and I thought he had nice conversation skills and Okay, yes, I would go to Ruth's Chris.
So you just met this guy.
Ruth's Chris is my favorite. Oh. Just the steak itself is my favorite.
It's just brilliant. Oh, dear God.
Yeah.
Brilliant. John Stevens says Price Chopper to get your Dots Pretzels. So cool. Guys, I'm telling you, For those of you listening wherever, I don't care. For those of you listening on Foodie.com, DOTSpretzels.com, they're just freaking ridiculous. So 23 to 33% of women have
What are the ages of these women?
I'm sure they're younger women. Because generally, if it's an older woman who's like in her 50s or 60s or whatever, taking out a guy in his 20s, she's picking up the tab.
Why does it say men in their 20s?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
You're just making this up as you go.
23 to 33% of surveyed straight women if Foodie called. Okay, I don't have any demos. I don't have any demos. What do you think it is? Don't you think that women who are older, they can go anywhere and they don't need to go out with a guy to get a free meal? So it's going to be a younger woman, right?
Yeah.
Right? Would you like to know KFC's 11 secret spices?
No.
Well, I'm going to tell you anyway. Why wouldn't you want to know?
Because I don't care.
Well, I'm going to tell you anyway. Salt, white pepper, black pepper, basil, celery salt, shush, dried mustard, garlic salt.
It's nothing that...
I need you to shush.
Nothing crazy.
Ground ginger, oregano, paprika, and thyme. Those are the things that you need to know. Those are the secret ingredients for KFC.
Okay. Let's throw that away.
Salt, white pepper, black pepper, basil, celery salt, dried mustard, garlic salt, ground ginger, oregano, paprika, and thyme. You don't like KFC?
I do, but I don't really care what's in there.
You don't want to know? You don't want to make it at home?
No.
You want to go to KFC?
I go to KFC maybe every 3 years.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
And KFC doesn't have the best chicken. Walmart has really good fried chicken, actually.
Dear God, you are out of your mind.
I don't think so.
Walmart fried chicken is okay. KFC Extra Crispy is a gift from God. It is wonderful. It always has been. Did you realize that there are KFCs, they're actually experimenting with just selling the deep fried skin? Remember I made a parody about that years ago. It's a skin bucket, the KFC skin bucket. You don't remember. But I did a parody about it. And there are actually some KFCs selling just the skin, deep fried. Tammy says Popeyes is better.
Popeyes is good. Because it's got a spice to it.
Okay. All right. Let's move on. What would you prefer for breakfast? What would Americans prefer for breakfast? Breakfast food or cold pizza? What do you think about that? I'm going to share the results of the survey in just a moment. But before I do that, I want to talk about pit barrel cookers. Pit barrel cookers are amazing. They are made by Noah and Amber Glanville. Noah returned from Afghanistan with PTSD. He had served a couple of tours, and he came back. And when he arrived, a bunch of veterans had provided barbecue for he and his platoon. And he said, I know I'm home. And so he created these glorious pit barrel cookers. One of them is about a 30-gallon pit barrel cooker. The other one is a pit barrel junior. All you got to do is put the wood and the charcoal on the bottom. You can hang meats in there to smoke them. You can grill in it. And all you got to do is there's little thing in the bottom. You just adjust the amount of air into the pit barrel cooker according to your altitude and just leave it alone. Unbelievable. We
sell them at Ace Hardware.
Yes, you do. And the display is quite spectacular, actually.
And our neighbor I saw has one.
What? Which one?
Up the street.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my gosh. They're glorious. They are glorious. Pitbarrelcooker.com, pitbarrelcooker.com. If you do not know the ways of the smoke, learn the ways of the smoke. Kell, you know that I have learned the ways of the smoke. Rusty Gatenby, our friend in Minneapolis. Hey, Rust, what's up, my friend? He says pizza for breakfast. Dude, pizza for breakfast is the deal. Pizza for breakfast. I do like pizza for breakfast, but I like it cold. That's the key. That's the survey. Why are we so fuzzy? Hold on. Are we that drunk? Or no. We have an issue with the camera. We have an issue with the camera. Well, it's not. Hold on. It'll correct itself in a second here. It's not doing it over there. Okay, hold on. Let me go back to Pit Barrel. I'll come back here in a second. Sometimes the lens kind of freaks out for some odd reason. I don't know why that is. Oh, gosh darn it. Oh, it is. It is doing it. Okay. This is going to suck. God darn it. This is what happens when you have a... let me do this. I'm going to do this real quick. I'm going to change the camera real quick. I don't know why this does this occasionally, but it does, and it sucks because these things are a little bit tricky. Anyway, Rust, glad to have you joining me tonight. Okay. Yes. Try to white balance, maybe. That's only going to make things worse. Hold on one second. Let me do this.
I just thought it was us. I thought it was me.
No, it's not. Just that you're looking that way. Hold on one second. Let me fix this. 4th of July. Hold on. I apologize for doing this, guys. I'm going to turn this off real quick. I don't know why this is doing this. It really ticks me off, though. This is, there we go. Let's do configure it. All right. Yeah. Unbelievable.
Oh, there we go.
Unbelievable. There we go. We are back. We are back. We are back. Apologize for that. For those of you guys who are listening, you have no idea.
Technical difficulty.
We just became very unrecognizable for a second, which is a good thing for some people.
We were wanted, and so we had to, for a second by the something, and we had to.
Yes. Okay. So you like cold pizza?
Cold pizza in the morning.
No. I remember, and you won't remember this probably, but I will never forget early in our dating life, pizza. we left pizza out on the counter all night, and you were still cool with eating it the next day.
No, because that's how I grew up. Pizza was left out. My mom would leave the pizza out. Usually
on the counter.
Not really on the counter. She'd put it in the microwave.
No, well, but still, you'd leave it out unrefrigerated all night.
Oh yeah, I'm still here. Hello, hi.
Unbelievable. You're an old school. You are an old school cold pizza breakfast eater.
Yes.
That's what you are. That's what you are.
Cold pizza.
Recent survey, 53% of survey respondents prefer pizza for breakfast. And I do. I don't like breakfast food. I don't like scrambled eggs. I don't like bacon. I don't like toast. I don't like eggs over easy. I don't like waffles. I don't like pancakes.
Rusty,
I don't care about any of them. What is he saying?
I thought it was me. Thank God.
No, Rusty, it's not your cataracts. What? But basically 50% of Americans prefer cold pizza for breakfast instead of eggs, bacon, toast, pancakes, waffles.
People are smart like me.
I've got to have mine heated. I've got to have mine heated up. I mean, I love pizza for breakfast.
So if you're going to heat it up, then you have to do it on the skillet or in the oven 250 for about 10 minutes. But that takes time. And when you're hungry, you're hungry. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times you just want the grease.
Yeah.
To soak up.
The booze from last night. Rusty says microwave is cheating, by the way. Yeah, you know what? Microwave is not the same, and it toughens the crust.
Well, so if you do it for about 10 to 15 seconds, it gets a little warm, but it's not like cardboard.
Here's the best way to heat up a pizza.
On a skillet.
On a skillet, exactly. A little bit splash of water.
No, you don't really.
No. You've got to splash a little water, get the steam going, put the pizza in, put the lid on. That's the best way to do pizza. Katie, my niece, is joining me. Hello. Ryan, what's going on, my friend in Maryland? Yes. Glad to have you joining us tonight. So people like, by the way, it was a survey conducted by Slice, a delivery service specifically for ordering the pizza of your dreams. 9,000 people in the survey. Now listen to this. What would you prefer? New York style pizza or coal-fired Neapolitan pizza? They're totally different. They're totally different. You like the Neapolitan is the one where you add the quattro formaggio and you add the margherita and whatever. New York style is going to be that coal-fired, larger pizza. And the Neapolitan is being more authentic Italian.
Well, you've never had New York pizza because you've never been in New York.
Never been in New York.
You've never been in New York. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, New York pizza. It's like you fold it over.
My God in heaven, it's glorious. Glorious.
Anyway.
All right.
They're different.
What is your favorite?
I like every pizza except for thick crust pizza.
You don't like Chicago?
No, I'm not. I'm kind of over the Chicago.
How dare you?
Too much bread.
it's glorious.
I like
It's
the
a gift from
cracker.
God.
Cracker.
You like a thin cracker crust pizza.
Thin cracker crust.
That's not pizza.
And then you get the toppings.
That's not pizza.
Yeah, but you get the toppings.
No,
Toppings are what?
What about a chewy crust? You don't like Papa John's? What's your favorite pizza of all time?
Oh, Minsky's.
Oh my God in heaven!
Minsky's.
There's a local.
They're veggie, and then they're
cheeseburger.
They're cheeseburger.
Oh my God!
And I don't think it's local. I think it's kind of regional.
It might be regional, but it is definitely. I think it's in Omaha. I think it's in Omaha.
Anyway.
Oh, I know what one of your favorite pizzas is. My
taco pizza.
Taco pizza. Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Your crust is
too thick.
Well, no, it's not reliable because sometimes you just don't have patience and it's just kind of doughy.
Why don't you just say, I'm my manhood is small. Why don't you just do that? If you're going to say that about my crust is not really. Why don't you just say that?
Things are interchangeable.
I don't think so either. You want a 9 or a 12-inch? Hey, I'll be here all week.
Stop that.
I went to the small penis. Yeah. So you can get a free slice of Cheesecake Factory's Oreo cheesecake. What do you think of Cheesecake Factory
food?
Cheesecake? Yeah.
The cheesecake?
Well, here,
so they're okay.
Here
I will
Cheesecake
tell you.
Factory doesn't suck. Cheesecake Factory on the East Coast sucks. It's really actually pretty good here. Go ahead.
Well, we've only been there once, but
okay.
There. Oh, what was it? It was the Italian cheesecake. The Italian. What's the Italian dessert? Tiramisu cheesecake. Oh, we got that. It was so good. Yum.
Well, they are partnering with DoorDash. So if you get a meal of $17.76 or more this 4th of July weekend.
Oh, you spend that much.
Then they'll give you a free piece of their Oreo cheesecake. Now, here's the thing. It comes with whole Oreos in it. Whole Oreos in a cheesecake. And their cheesecake is awesome.
Their cheesecake is good. It's not as good as mine. And the only time I like an Oreo in something other than an Oreo itself is ice cream. Not in a cheesecake.
And not a cheesecake. Okay. Apparently somebody on Twitter said that guy from named Kyle Huroff from St. Paul, Minnesota, requested that Pop-Tarts hook up with Hidden Valley to create a Hidden Valley Ranch Pop-Tart.
Is this person stoned?
He must be stoned. Kell, he must be stoned. He must be stoned. Pop-Tarts, not so enthusiastic. Hidden Valley Ranch.
Oh, Howard Hansen. He's a Maryland.
He's a Maryland guy. Yeah. He is my...
Oh, who's supposed to smile more, me or Rob?
Yeah, am I not smiling? What? Is that better? Is that better?
I'm smiling within, Howard.
There you go. Smiling inside. John's got a frowny face. What the deal? Anyway.
Oh, I think it's for the ranch Pop-Tarts.
Yeah, guys, are you out of your gosh darn mind?
My favorite Pop-Tarts is cinnamon.
I know you like that. The cinnamon pop. Listen, we got to go. Look at the clock.
Oh my gosh.
Look at the clock.
We're out of time.
Guys, it's been a really nice time to join. Really nice for you to join us tonight. We appreciate it. My name is Rob Carson. My wife, Kelly McConnell.
Hello.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
It's time for us to go. Please share this video on Facebook or on any other social media. We appreciate it. Also, make sure to follow Spoonie.com, Spoonie Radio, if you would, please. In the meantime, thanks for hanging out with us and enjoying cheap Chardonnay and talking about food. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
All right, guys. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay. It is time for us to go. I appreciate you joining us tonight. Roger Perez, hello, my friend. Thank you for joining me and us. We appreciate it. Give us some thumbs up. Give us some love. Give us some emojis. We appreciate that. Ryan, we appreciate that. Rusty, thank you, my friend. I know we look older, but we look great. How much wine have you had tonight? Anyway, have a glorious evening, guys.
It's a lot later there.
It is later there.
It's 9:30.
All right. God bless you.
Here.
We love you guys. Have a glorious evening. Talk to you soon.